Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Tombstone Tourist. Today, I'm in the Sawnee View Gardens in Cumming, Georgia, and I'm going to try to dodge the raindrops and visit the final resting place of a baseball Hall of Famer and a popular country music comedian. The Sawnee View Gardens is located about 40 miles north of Atlanta and about 2 miles north of the town of Cumming, Georgia. The original 15-acre cemetery was established in 1962 and over the years has expanded to its current 50 acres. I'm going to try and dodge the raindrops and begin my visit here in the mausoleum. Here I'm going to visit the final resting place of the man baseball fans know as Old Aches and Pains, Hall of Famer Luke Appling. Luke Appling was born on April 2nd, 1907 near High Point, North Carolina. After playing baseball in college and a short stint in the minor leagues, he was signed by the Chicago White Sox. He had his major league career in 1930. In 1936, he drove in 128 runs and led the league with a .388 batting average, which is still the highest ever for a major league shortstop. He won his second batting title in 1943 with a .328 average. Throughout his career, he was so notorious for complaining about even the most minor of ailments that his teammates named him Old Aches and Pains. He retired from the major leagues following the 1950 season with a lifetime batting average of .310. He also had 2,749 hits, 45 home runs, and 1,116 runs batted in. He was a 7-time All-Star and was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1964. Luke retired from the major leagues following the 1950 season and became a successful minor league manager. He eventually returned to the major leagues as a coach for the Cleveland Indians, Detroit Tigers, Baltimore Orioles, Kansas City A's, and the Chicago White Sox. In 1982, at the age of 75, Old Aches and Pains appeared in the Cracker Jack Old Timers game in Washington, D.C. In the first inning, he stepped to the plate against fellow Hall of Famer Warren Spahn and slapped a 265-foot home run down the left field line. In his latter years, Appling made his home here in the Atlanta area, where he continued to be involved in baseball, serving as a spring training and minor league coach for the Atlanta Braves. He retired from baseball for good on January 1st, 1991. 2 days later, he was hospitalized suffering from an aortic aneurysm. He died during surgery on January 3rd, 1991. Old Aches and Pains, Luke Appling, was 83 years old. The rain is almost stopped, so I've made my way outside to the large section in front of the mausoleum, where I begin my search for the next grave I want to visit. Find a grave had GPS coordinates listed that got me pretty close to the grave, but it still took me a few minutes to locate it because the name that I'm looking for is rather common in this cemetery. But I was eventually able to locate the grave of Hee Haw star Junior Samples. Junior, whose given name was Alvin Samples Jr., was born right here in Cumming, Georgia on April 10th, 1926. As a child, He never liked school and dropped out in the 6th grade. He became a carpenter and drove race cars on tracks throughout North Georgia. When Junior was in his 40s, he went on the radio and started telling tall tales about fishing in his hometown. These stories caught the attention of a Nashville record producer, and his comedy recording of You Should Have Seen the One That Got Away was one of the most popular comedy recordings of the mid-1960s. In 1969, he joined the cast of the new country music-based TV show, Hee Haw. The show featured a mixture of country music and country comedy. Such stars as Minnie Pearl, Buck Owens, Roy Clark, and Grandpa Jones were regular cast members. Junior's most famous bit on the show was as a used car salesman, where he encouraged people to call him, and his phone number, which just happened to be BR549. He was one of the most popular cast members and appeared on the show for more than 14 years. People say that the real Junior Samples is a lot like his Hee Haw character, just a good old country boy who never outgrew his raising. Junior was a big old boy, and his weight would often soar to close to 400 pounds, which caused a number of health problems. His weight contributed to his death, as on November 13, 1983, Junior Samples suffered a massive heart attack and died at the age of 57. Well, the rain is beginning to fall once again, so I'm going to bring this video to an end. I hope you've enjoyed my visit to the final resting place of Luke Appling and Junior Samples. If you did, please give me a thumbs up below. If you want to keep up with my future adventures, please be sure to ring that bell and subscribe. And, if you're so inclined, share this video and leave me a comment. Until next time, I'll see you down the road. Thanks for watching, everyone.